After the release of Season 2 of Sweet Magnolias has ended, it's only a matter of time until the third season comes out. And with a lot of speculations over the cast and the plot, with Netflix still not confirming when they will be ready for the next season, we've gathered for you some news about the beloved TV show. So, what new cast members will we be seeing? And what fate awaits Maddie and her friends? First, with Netflix still not giving out any confirmations for another season of Sweet Magnolias, it still keeps the suspense up. However, that means that if it's renewed, we can expect to return to Serenity sometime in early 2023. The past season was released in February of this year, so it's safe to assume they'll follow the same release schedule for the rest of the seasons. The next season will likely pick up right where the second one left off, according to JoAnna Garcia Swisher in an interview with ET. She shared that it'll probably start close to where we left off, because I don't think you can come back months later and say, whatever happened with Helen? And is Justin in jail? Why not go big or go home? We are quite sure that this could be the case, but even if it isn't, it's apparent that the next season will be holding big answers. For the cast, it seems like the same cast members will still be around. First, we have JoAnna Garcia Swisher as Maddie Townsend, who is the main protagonist in Sweet Magnolias, a divorced woman who lives in Serenity, South Carolina. Brooke Elliot will also be coming back as Dana Sue Sullivan, Maddie's and Helen's best friend. The trio is completed with Heather Headley as Helen Decatur. She is known for being the strongest of the trio, and the three women constantly find themselves in tough situations that they need to face together. As far as we are concerned with the cast, the rest of the actors won't be subject to change as far as we know. But hey, we are just getting started. Now for some information about the plot. Since Netflix still hasn't confirmed the release of a new season, but will most likely do it since the show is sitting at its top 10 list. One can only try and guess what secrets the show will be hiding from us in the third season. And to discover that, we should analyze the plot of the past season. In the second season's beginning, and right after the accident, we find out that Kyle is the one who is the most seriously injured, with Jackson, the mayor, and his wife Mary Vaughn arriving at the scene in the hospital where Kyle was. Nellie, the mayor's daughter, is in the hospital after being involved in the same car accident, with Kyle being in a seriously dangerous situation appears to be hopeless. Now, a lot of fans used to think that Kyle might end up dying. However, we are later shown that he is safe and sound, so we should get his death out of the way. Helen discovers that she is pregnant with Ryan's child. She begins to prepare for having the child and delivers the news to her friends. We also notice that she started getting closer to Eric. However, the twist is that Ryan will propose to her, leaving her hooked between him and her baby's father. Some people think that she will prefer Eric because, after all, that happened in the first and second season. She still has plenty of feelings for him, and we also can't help but see the spark of love between these two. But on the other side, others believe that she might choose to settle down with Ryan and start a family, something she appreciates since she feels so happy that she will become a mother. And we also agree with this one. It's just so hard to decide on which theory we should believe, but it's most likely she might reject Ryan. I don't know, and that's the scary part. I really don't, says where Heather's heart lies. Sometimes I think it's Ryan because she has this thick sludge of a relationship. They've loved each other from the time they were young. Every time they've left each other, they've come right back. These people know each other inside and out. She didn't break up with him because she didn't love him. She did it because she wanted to have kids, and he didn't. They're desperately in love with each other, and they have all that history. And then there's this new relationship with Eric, and he can be such a great man. I'm sure he's ready to be a father. He presents all of that. I could see her going either way, and of course they didn't tell me. Netflix is concerned that for a good bowl of macaroni and cheese, I'll spill all the secrets. Don't go anywhere. There is still a lot more to cover, and we're about to find out more key plot points for the third season. So stick around and make sure to hit that subscribe button. As we saw, the girls return to the spa, only to discover that it is being investigated for parking violations and complaints. Suspicious of these assertions, Maddie begins her investigation to discover that the mayor and his wife had claimed the land surrounding their spa while clearly stating that they would not use it for commercial purposes. We later discover that the mayor and his wife have lied during their election and made so many false promises just to get their hands on whatever they wanted. This motivates the trio to find a method to gather the entire community and devise an incentive plan to ensure that the mayor and his wife are held accountable for the promises they made. This could mean that in the third season, we might get more interactions between the mayor, his wife, and the Magnolias. Negative interactions, of course, and the couple might probably make another scheme, since as we saw in the past season, Maddie invited people into signing a petition, which they agreed on. And after Mrs. Francis comes to visit and decides to sign the petition, everything becomes official, or so it seems. The Sweet Magnolias almost succeeded, but later found out that Mary Vaughn blackmailed them, that if her husband was to go into the trench of misery, then she would take Coach Cal along. After digging up the past and not having performed his basic duty of helping the famed Bulldog baseball team with their trophy, she even goes on to mention that she will reveal some of his dirty secrets during his past post-rehab period. At this point, it is apparent that Maddie, along with her friends, will keep on doing their best to fight for what they believe in and make sure that Jackson and Mary get what they deserve. Speaking of blackmailing, we expect to see more of Coach Cal, since Mary mentioned that he has a dark past. It's a complicated question because he is the guy you thought he was, but he's also more. Sheryl J. Anderson, the writer of the book with the same name, from which the story was inspired, says, "One of the reasons we wanted to explore that, and in conversations with Justin Bruning, he was like, yes, please. A guy who looks too good to be true probably is. He is a wonderful man and really deeply loves Maddie. He adores her kids, and he wants to move in a very positive direction in the future. Yet, there's the weight of the past. Just because his weaknesses got the better of him does not make him a bad guy. It's the decisions he makes from this point going forward to ensure, one would hope, that he's genuinely a good guy. But even good guys make bad mistakes. We sure can't wait to see what kind of secrets Cal might be trying to hide." As for Dana Sue, it's expected that she will be finding love once again. We saw an emotional Dana Sue welcoming Ronnie back into her heart and home in the finale. But that doesn't mean everything will be sunshine and rainbows for the reunited couple moving forward. But at least we hope and imagine that the couple will have their long-awaited happy ending. How well is that going to go? She's not just getting back with her estranged husband, she's putting her shattered family back together, Anderson says. "We really have 3 people involved in that dance, so it's very complicated." And as Anderson previously told us, there's an ongoing debate in the writer's room about whether Dana Sue should have picked Ronnie or Jeremy, with the main concern being, is getting back to Ronnie really the most positive thing that could possibly happen for her? Being in almost the same situation as her friend Helen, we can only imagine that it could go either way. If Garcia is right, then Season 3 will address all the major questions that we have following the Season 2 finale's cliffhanger ending. Will Helen accept Ryan's proposal or continue to pursue Eric? And while fans are already starting to pick sides, Heather Headley said that she sees it going either way, especially given her history with both men. But anyway, it could be quite an expected decision. One can only wonder what will happen next. So, are you excited for Season 3? Are you excited for some characters to come back? Are you not looking forward to seeing some recurring characters? Let us know in the comments down below, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel.